Hello, I am going to attempt another plan with me. This will be for week 25, which is the week coming up, the 20th through the 26th. And we're going to just see if we can't make this work. Okay, so I just finished filming a video about my process and how I go about planning. So I thought I would try to stick with that format and just kind of show you guys how I go about this. These are my So Much Crafting month on 2-page list style inserts, and these are indispensable for forward planning. I've seen people use them for meal planning, forward planning, their regular monthly planning, because they would rather have this than a month on 2 pages with traditional spread. But for me, this is forward planning at its best. I do decorate with a little bit of washi. I put some washi here and I put washi there, and I try to kind of theme it. So here's my red, white, and blue for July, and August we have football and Disney. So yeah, so I try to, just kind of make it fun, but it's very simple, just washi, and then I just write things in. Sometimes I do stickers, sometimes I don't, just kind of what I do. So this is where I start each week, and we are looking at this week right here. We have a trip to Jefferson this week. My son has an orthodontist appointment. My husband has a moonlighting shift. Overall, there's not a lot. So what I do typically is I take a scratch piece of paper out of my Filofax notebook, and I just jot things down, and I will use this a couple of times. So I just write down the things that I need to make sure I don't forget that may not be on a sticky note or in my daily pages or wherever we're at. So I always do that. I use just a regular Filofax bookmark to mark the spot, because I'll use my regular bookmark to mark my days. So I do that. And then I did want to show, let me show this just really quickly. This is my yearly calendar, and this is July through December. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I used the market dots to do the yearly spread in my Erin Condren horizontal, my new one. I decided to try them on here, and they're awesome. If it's on the date, it's a birthday or a special event, an anniversary or a birthday, and then if it's on the day of the week, which is in the second column, it's something we're going to. So for example, here we're going to be on vacation. So I have red dots all the way down. The purple dots, which are these, they kind of look blue, but they're purple in real life. That's our school schedule for the rest of the year. So I wanted to show those. They're the market dots, 1/8 size, 1/8 inch diameter of the circle, and you can get them on Amazon, super cheap. They fit on the yearly for DIY fish perfectly. So I just wanted to show that real quick, that I did that. Then I flip, now that we're back to the planning, I flip to my current week. So the week we are planning for is week 25, so the 20th through the 26th. I have my KG plan, savings plan, and my Love Like Ren 52 weeks to a clean home. This week I get to clean out my emails and digital stuff. That'll be fun. In here I have a agenda for Monday, and I've written in some things so that I can remember what to do. My lesson plan pages are blank. I'll fill those out this week, and I'll try to remember to put that on Instagram. And then, so here's where we're at. So let me move this out of the way and get our weekly pages. Okay, so I'm gonna try something a little different this week. I am going to go through and do my whole setup. I'm doing a couple things a little different. I am going to try this week to do a lot more stamping and not quite as much stickers. There's a few things that I have to mark with a sticker because I just want to. But I'm gonna try to do all of my stamping and that I normally do. And at the beginning, I will turn my manual focus off so that I can do, the close-up stuff so you guys can see it, because right now I can't have it on. I don't know what I'm doing, but it messes it up. So that I can show you guys up close what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna do a kind of a sped up version, and I will go through and stamp everything out, and then I will talk about it. Now, one of the things I'm doing differently this week that I do want to point out before I start is I have a set from Studio L2E called Label It, and it looks like this. And I am going to use probably this one right here with the pointer. This is how I'm going to mark all of the stuff that I have in stone. So for example, Monday we have, we're going to an interview. My husband has an interview, and I'm going to stamp everything here that is a hard time agenda. And we're going to try this. I've not done this before, so I want to try and see if this will work. I am going to test it before I actually stamp because I don't want to mess up something, but that's my plan. So I'm going to be using this. I think I'm just going to use this one, and I'm going to try to stamp it in the color. So if my daughter Eleanor has a class, I'm going to stamp it in yellow, and then I will write in what it is. I'm thinking about that. The other option, which I'll know when I test this out, would be to do this in black and maybe put the letter of the kid. So if it's Eleanor, put an E. If it's Lily, put an L, and do that in their color. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. We're just going to kind of go with the process, and then I'll come back and we'll kind of go through it and talk about it. But yeah, I'm going to stamp everything out, and then I think I'm going to also do my washi that way as well. So I'll start doing the washi tape, get that all, done. I'll draw my lines, everything. And then we'll kind of come back, flip through, and kind of talk about what we think and how it looks. At the end, I'll probably do the stickers. There's some stickers that I do want to do. So let's get this thing going, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. I'll be back in just a sec. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I had a phone call that I had to take. So I came back and started filming, or thought I was filming, and I don't know what happened. The camera didn't start or something. But anyway, I'm just going to kind of go back and kind of recap what I've done, and then we can go from there. So on Monday, we have an out of the ordinary kind of day. So I played with my stamps. I stamped in this Label It, and it's called Studio L2E Label It set. And I used, I think it was this one right here, and stamped in the interview, and then I made my own bullet points as to the things that were scheduled to do that day. And I'm gonna try this again with my Hyperdex. I liked the one I did last week with Boho Berry. The problem was, it's great for, I'm on the go, I'm traveling, I still want to track my time, but I can't track anybody but myself. And so I'm kind of on the fence as to what I'm going to do. I did go ahead and stamp in the eyeglasses. I might try something different this week with the call, email, text list. I'm not sure yet. And on Tuesdays, we're going to be doing beach balls. And then I used a different label-it, this one right here, and just turned it around to denote classes and things that my kids are doing. So I did that. Wednesday we have music lessons, and then I thought it would be fun to put the kids' initials. I thought that'd be neat. And then right now, that's where I'm at. We don't have anything on the schedule next week until Sunday, and we're going to be doing some family time. Towards the end, my Hyperdex was kind of messing up on me. I'll go back in with a Stadler pen, or Stadler, I don't know, I always say it wrong, and kind of just fill in the spots that are not quite as dark. So that's how I fixed those. So I thought what I would do is just kind of do my stickers and washi and just kind of chat with you guys. So overall, I've been really happy with the way my planning sessions have been going. I've been trying to be really, just really okay with doing what works for me and not worrying about anything else. And that's been going really well. And I think one of the things that I really like about Carrie Harling's videos is she always says, you know, you find a system that works and then you can use anything. You just have to have that system in place that you want to use. And I don't know why, but that just really spoke to me, and I think I've really found a system that works really, really well for me. And so I'm really excited about that. I feel like I've, you know, just found, so many people will say, oh, you found planner peace. And, you know, I think that's a great goal, but I think that lives and things change so much that, you know, you're never going to find something that's going to work forever. I think you'll find stuff that will work for the time you're in your life, the space you're in. And it's okay to change it. One of the things I really love about Fish's inserts is that you can do trials. And to me, that's just awesome because you can test something out and see if it works for you. And if it doesn't, then, you know, you move on and you do something different. And that's, you know, and that's okay. You just have to try and see what works. And I just think that's a really cool business model, you know, that you can try things and you know, and then you know, you have that file. So, you know, granted after a year, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with that file because it'll be dated, but it's still, it still just makes me feel like I have, I have the freedom to try it, and if I don't like it, and if it doesn't work, I feel like I have permission to not use it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it kind of, well, it does to me, I guess. I really feel like it's just one of those things that, you know, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and when it doesn't, you know, sometimes that's really hard. But I think it's okay when it doesn't. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like I'm kind of just chattering, but I don't know. I get a lot of questions about that, like, you know, trying different things and, you know, is it okay to try different things? And I just always want to say, you know, yes, you know, try what works for you and, you know, get ideas from other people. But, you know, what I do, you know, some people may go, man, that's a lot of work. Well, I have a big family, and I need that. And this is how I keep my sanity, I guess is the word. And, you know, and I like it. It works for me. And so, you know, and that's all that matters. Is if it works and you're able to get things done the way you want to get them done, then you've got it, you know, that's all you need. And I think sometimes that's a hard thing for people to grasp is that, you know, you want it to work and you want it to work for everybody, but nothing does. And, you know, it's always going to be, you know, well, this doesn't work for me. I need this or I need that. And you can't, it just can't always be that way. And I think that when we give each other grace and understanding that, you know, things are going to be different and it's okay to be different, and we want that it just gets better. Everybody should have grace for each other, and you know what they're going through, and everybody's life is different, and just kind of do what you can, you know. That's what I wanted. I was trying to come up with like little kind of sets for what I was doing, and I am not digging this, but it's the only purple one I have. I wanted to try to put word washi on this side. And I'm not sure where I was going with that, but it's okay. Anyway. So, hope everybody is having a good week. I'm looking forward to a fun Father's Day. My husband, unfortunately, is working, so we won't be able to celebrate this weekend, but we will celebrate this week at some point when he feels ready to celebrate, I guess. I have a feeling this might just get sped up. Hey guys, I know that this video has been kind of random and a little strange, but my camera kept shutting off. So I have laid down my washi and I've gotten the stamping finished for now. So what I thought I would do is just kind of go through and plan my day. This is going to be kind of an odd day, so we're going to do things for that one's going to be just a little bit different. Stickers, washi, and more, trash cans, and recycling, which are my favorites. Absolutely love these. I need to look at the calendar real quickly. And see, that's the 2nd, so this is the 4th. So we will have recycling on Tuesday. I kind of go through and I always have a system, but it's like I do one thing and then I like to have it finished. And then on Thursday is our 2nd trash pickup. With a family as big as mine, 2 trash pickup is a must. Darn it. Okay. So there's that. Then let's go back to Monday. I just like to try and do everything of that so I don't forget. Okay. So on Monday, our cleaning lady comes. And I got these stickers from Planner Kate, and I absolutely love them, to mark that. Super cute. And then I have wash the bedding, which may or may not happen since I'm not here to do it. So I'll put that there. And the 20th is the first day of summer. And it is also the anniversary. So I need to mark that. Okay. And I'm going to put one of my stickers from Chrissy Ann Designs up here. Well, I'm gonna put it right here actually because it's all, let me put it like that. There we go. Okay. So there's that. And then we have Tuesday, which is that. We'll be driving home that day. So I'm going to put, oh, actually, I can put, we're going to be driving my husband's truck. So I'll put my truck on that day. And I need to do Monday is also a payday. So let's do that. So there we go. Okay, so payday. Tuesday, I'll need to add a dance sticker. Let me see here. So funny is I try really hard to figure out ways to be like really organized when I do this, and then it just seems like whenever I do it, no matter how hard I plan, it just all falls apart really quickly. And I haven't figured it out yet. Like, what am I doing wrong? I don't know. So I'm using a Libby & Co. flag and a Carolina's Crafts ballet shoes. She's not actually taking ballet right now, but these are the only dance stickers I have, so they are just going to have to work. Okay, so we have ballet that day. I don't think there's anything else. Oh, we'll be driving home that. Oh, and I'm gonna put the truck. Never mind. I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. Okay. On Wednesday, we will have music lessons. So I like my Mare Bear pianos. I love them. They're my favorites. And then we will have church on Wednesday evening. So I've been really liking layering things on these flags, especially my Oh Hello churches, because they're white. They tend to get lost on these pages. So I've been really liking doing this. And I just stick them on there. And then I know the church day. And then, let's see, Thursday is laundry day. Super exciting, I know. And I don't think any of these are gonna match. Darn it. I really wanted to use my Chrissy Ann, but they'll look really weird on that day. And then this is a green day, so I can use one on it. Let's use a green one. Okay. Want to be really careful so I don't mess this up. Okay. So we're gonna put my laundry sticker right there. There we go. Awesome. I love that. I'll need to go back and add a different laundry sticker, which I don't think I have any in here. I don't. Darn it. Oh, I do have trucks though. Yay. That's exciting. Okay, so we go on our trip, coming home on Tuesday, and I have my husband's. I found these on, hold on, I'll tell you correctly. Planner Press. Yeah, Planner Press on Etsy. And I absolutely love these. I think they're super cute. And she customized them, made them all black for me, and I just love them. Love them, love them. I think on Wednesday, I'm going to get the car washed because it's going to need it after being on a trip. And I need to use one of my Mickey Mouse, but I think we're going to use mini stickers because we will go by the travel agent on Wednesday and make that payment. Let's see. Okay, June 21st is National Selfie Day, which I think is hilarious. It's also my mother-in-law's birthday, which is another reason why I think that's kind of funny, because she's very anti that, and for that to be on her birthday I think is kind of silly. But anyway, let's go through here real quick. I know I have some birthday, there we go. I'm gonna mark them with cupcakes. So my mother-in-law's birthday is on this day, and I have an anniversary on that day. And let's see, 22nd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. Okay, so on the 25th, it is Color TV Day, which is kind of funny. And then Milkman Day, which we no longer have anymore, really, but we will celebrate it nonetheless. Cool. And then National Sunglasses Day is Monday, so that's exciting. Okay, so birthdays are done. I did church. Anything else going on? Oh, we have, I totally forgot about that too. Did I stamp it? I did not stamp it. I have an orthodontist appointment. And this week I wanted to try to stamp all of this. So I'm gonna put the sticker up here so that I remember that I have it. Those are from Hip Diggy Chick. And I'm gonna do a quick stamp. Thought I had gotten all of that done and I totally forgot. So what I do is I'm gonna use, apparently I can't talk and line this up at the same time. So my son's color is blue. So I'm gonna use this Blue Brilliance, and hopefully it won't get my head too much in the way. But the orthodontist appointment is at 9:30. So I kind of line it up to point at the time. And then let me clean that off real quick. And then I will simply write in check at Olson. Oh, it's Olson Orthodontics. So I do that, and then I still like to draw the line just to mark it. If I'd done this a little bit better, I really would have moved it down just a hair, because it's usually about an hour appointment. But, you know, like I said, I'm trying the stamping thing this week just to kind of see how they, if I like it, or, because anything that doesn't require that I have to buy a zillion stamps is always nice. But, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Yeah, I would have probably liked that a little bit lower. So Monday's a pretty full day. It's done. Tuesday looks really good. And I just need to change the weather, or mark something on Wednesday or Thursday. Laundry. I need to do a laundry thing for Thursday. I used one of my Chrissy Ann designs. Very excited about that. Saturday, this is the last day for Sunday, and then this is Sunday. I normally stamp the days of the week in there, and I probably will go back and do that. I'm not sure what I want to do, so I don't want to sit here and hem and haw, but I know this was kind of a different video, and it kind of went all wonky, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and I'll get back into my groove. It'll come back to me at some point, I hope. I hope you guys all have an amazing week, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.